Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky O'Hagan at Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator. Tonight I'm going to show you a wee project using the lovely Party Pandas, which is free with celebration, and there's only 1 week left, so if you're planning to invest in anything of Stampin' Up products, try and spend £45 so you can pick something free. I'm also using the archival Stampin' Up pad in black, and I'm using the 1.5 inch circle punch. So let's show you what I'm going to make. It's this cute little box I made for my grandchildren, and it holds one of these wee rabbits, wee chocolate rabbits, and they just love them. I made them one each in blue. This one is in yellow. Stamped the wee panda, stamped using the Love You stamp, which comes in the panda set, and I used papers from the birthday memory selection. So let's get started. First of all, you need to get yourself a piece of card, whichever colour you're going to use, and it needs to measure 4.5 inches by 6. You'll also need 4 wee strips of paper, which will measure 7/8 by 3 1/8, and this will be to cover the sides, decorate your sides up. So first let's get our scoring board and get this scored. I finally got my new Stampin' Up scoring board, and I love it because my last one was enormous and I couldn't even fit it on my table, and it was really annoying. This is just great. So let's see, on the long side, the longest part of your paper, score at 3/8. Score at 1 3/8. Score at 4 5/8, and 5 5/8. Now just turn your card, and this time you need to score at 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches, and 3.5 inches, and that's all your scoring done. Now next we need to shape it a wee bit so that it can fold up into a nice box. So with your paper facing this way, we're going to cut away all the bits we don't need. So we're not going to need, can you see this at all? Well, you see it as I'm cutting it, look. We're not going to need this end bit. So we can cut that away. We're also not going to need, we're going to keep this one, okay, so we can actually slice it a wee triangle off so it shows us that's the wee part that's going to tuck in, fold down and tuck in to hold your box closed. So you can cut up there, just up to this line. It's the second line in. Cut up this one because this one is beside it, and we just need to trim the bottom of this one. So just trim there. Just a wee bit to the side of the line you scored. The next one is going to come off completely. We don't need any of this square. So again, crop up to the line and take it completely away. And the last one, we just need to take the tail off. Now, if you want to keep these nice and neat, just give them a wee tiny trim. Just takes the bulk off and makes everything close up neat and tidy. And especially when it's such a small box, you don't want bulky bits hanging off or over or whatever, because it just makes it impossible to hold together. And I know my grandsons like to give the wee boxes of goodies that I make them, they like to give them a good shake and a good rummage and try and guess what's inside it before they even open it. So you can imagine if it wasn't well stuck or it wasn't well cut or tucked in, it would be wrecked before they even got seeing it. So it's worth taking that wee bit of time. So turn your page around, but do the exact same as you've done there, right? So you're taking all this away. And we can actually cut that in because it gives that a nice wee shape too when you're gluing that to hold it all together. Next one you're keeping, so you just cut a slight bit there, and then cut up. Next one, we're just taking off the bottom, so we can slice right up to that line, but just take the bottom off. Next one, we're getting rid of it. So just slice up and across, and we can take that away. And the last one, we're just taking the end off again. And same as before, just a wee snip up, like a slight wee triangle, just to make everything look nice and neat and tidy. And if there's any ridges, even where you have cutting off, take another wee bit off. You don't need them, so there's no point in having it ruin your box. Same way here, a wee triangle, snip it away. And a wee one here. Oh, there's your box. So, get rid of your rubbish. So you can actually take this now and burnish all your folds. And you'll see the box taking shape. It's quite a simple box, really. And I made it like this simply to fit those wee particular rabbits. They come in a wee set of 4, and my grandkids are pretty young, so whatever you get them, they want to eat. So if you give them 4 wee packs of chocolates, they'll eat 4 packs of chocolate. So I like to divide them out, and they can get maybe one on a Tuesday and one on a Thursday or whatever. But they've only got the one to worry about at the time, so the mommy isn't cross with me now. Now, that's that all ready. So we're going to leave that to one side. That's the basic shape, and you'll see it just curls into your wee box. Closes at the top, closes at the bottom. But what we need to do now is get your 4 papers, because we're going to decorate it. I went with stripes, and they're a repetitive stripe, but you can see they're different, so I'm going to make sure that I spread them out, that I'm getting a different one on each wall. I like to put a wet glue on these rather than dry, because it just sticks better in my opinion. But just don't go too near your edge when you're putting your glue on, because when you go to press it down, it'll all squeeze out on you. So just a wee drop, spread it around. Same on all 4. It's very forgiving. It'll wait till you're ready before it dries on you. Now, so just line these up. I really need a new blade on my cutter. It's not playing ball at all. So this is just to give it a nice wee band of colour, just to break that chocolatey colour. So 1 dark colour, 1 light colour. 1 dark. 1 light. Now, we can now use a wet glue, which will hold the end. So on the wee bit that you have sticking out here, put glue on this side. Spread it around again. Again, I like my wet glue for boxes because it does hold longer and better. So you should be able to just fold that over, fold this over, and they should all line up nicely. Give it a good press. Change the fold, give it another wee press. Now, that should hold nicely. So you can now close your box up. I keep going off screen, sorry. Right, so you know this is going to be your top then, so get your wee chocolate, and you can see it just fits in there perfectly, snug as a bug, no shaking about, it just fits there perfectly, which is what I was aiming for. Now, just close the box up, and we're going to decorate the outside now. Okay, so for the outside, we stamped a panda, and we punched a circle, and we also had a long piece of yellow to go around. I'm not going to bother with the band today because you can see it's just, well actually I will. I'll not be lazy and I'll go and get a bit of card to do it. Okay, so I've cut a piece of card that I made the main box out of. Set it where you, at the centre of one of the fronts, right? Give it a wee bend. You're not over bending, you're just marking it. Bring it right round so you know, right, they're going to double over and that'll be that perfectly. So those wee markers will tell you where you can stamp. And for the stamping, I used the Love You stamp from the Panda Party Pandas, beg your pardon. Right, and I'm using the black ink pad. So, dip it in now. And each of these wee ridges, there's 3 in the centre, those are the ones you want to stamp in the middle of. Lovely. Now you could pick happy birthday, you know, whatever you fancy, whatever you're given the box for. Do that. And the last one there. So, I'll leave that open because I've another wee bit of stamping to do. So on the back side of this, use your tape runner and then start to wrap it around again. Remembering where your front is. Okay, that'll be the front. So we want this on the front. Wrap it round, and that should be it. So now you have the double over on the front, which you don't really need to worry about because you're covering it with your punched circle. Just put my stamp away because I wouldn't like to lose it. Right, now the punch and another bit. Fortunately I have no scraps of this, so I'll just have to punch into a nice piece of card, which I hate doing, but I will use it for something else. So line it up, give yourself a good punch, and that's that done. These punches are so handy. I have the 1.5 inch in that, and I have the wee scalloped edge one at 1/3 inches, and that fits on top of that nicely and gives a lovely wee rim to it. So with this here, I used my black pen again to do the faux stitching. Hope you aren't fed up with that, but I do like it when the card's plain, just to give a wee bit of detail. And it's very quick, very easy. So any colour of a pen you want, go round and do wee tiny stitching. The whole glory of faux stitching is it doesn't have to be perfect. It's like supposed to give you the impression of a hand stitched area on your card. If you're really ambitious, you could use your sewing machine, but no thanks. So now we have that, so we can add your dimensions to the back of this. Just put them in the center because it's only going to be the center that's going to be stuck. Aren't they great? I love them. Right, so that's that stuck there. Now we need to do our panda bear. So that's a wee bit of stamping. I have this all ready to show you. Again, the wee panda bear holding the letter is so cute and perfect for that wee age group. So again, with this, if you haven't got your stamp source, I know a whole lot of people got their emails today for this delivery. Oh, I bet you're excited. But it will be available again soon, hopefully, you know, and it is the best thing since sliced bread. You definitely want to get yourself one. Put your stamp in, press it down, ink it up. I never bore of saying this, like I really like it. If I don't stamp this baby up, I can do it again and again. Good press. Looks good to me. So clean off your stamp and put it away in case you lose it. Move your magnets, take him out and stamp out. And that's that finished with. Now, put your wee back on. We don't want to lose wee Panda Bear. Now, get your scissors just and chop round the wee bear nice and carefully, just giving him a wee tiny white outline the whole way around. It's only a little bit of fussy cutting. It doesn't really take that long, and it's worth doing. Anybody with their cutting machines could probably scan this in and cut round it, but by the time I get all that sorted with mine, I'd have it cut twice over. So this is the way I like to go. Now, there he is. Now, for my wee grandsons, I wrote their name inside the wee envelope, just handwriting in the black pen, and it was really cute. You have to do that with them because they like to have their own wee things, you know. So the colours in this here are like chocolatey and browns and blues, so I'm just going to colour the wee heart in blue. Just colour it in to match whatever paper you've used yourself. Isn't he so cute? So again, get your dimensionals. 2 should do the job. And pop them in the centre. And there you have Love You and the wee Panda Bear. Oh, it's so nice, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you did enjoy it, please give me a wee thumbs up. I'd love some thumbs up just so I know I'm on the right track. And if you really like me, I'd love you to subscribe. Thanks very much now for dropping by, and enjoy your weekend.